So we're staying at the Taj Exotica in the Maldives. It's like one of the oldest resorts in the Maldives, one of the original ones. It has the best beaches. Because they're one of the oldest, they got to obviously pick location and find the right island at the beginning before the Maldives became the Maldives. So the villas are not the most luxurious, but the place itself and where it's set and the setting and the white sand that you can see. And most other islands in the Maldives, they have rocks. This one has sand, like white, pure sand. Everyone's walking around barefoot on it. So that's the advantage of the villa. You'll be able to see now. Fancy bit of camera work. So obviously you've got the hallway, cupboards, hang all your crap up, whatever. And then this is the main space of the bungalow. So this is obviously one of the bigger features is the bath. You can have a bath and look in the water. When we come back in after lunch, they run a hot bath for you. So you come into like a bubble bath every day. And then the main feature of the place is out. So then you've got your bungalow's balcony that's over the water. And this is what I mean with these places. It's all sand down here. It's beautiful sand, so you can jump in, no problem. So when I'm sleeping and when I go into bed, you go to sleep to the sound of the Maldivian waves and all that stuff, that hippie stuff, but it's great. So day one finished here in the Maldives. It's been a pretty different to what I expected, to be honest. I know there was going to be beautiful sea and sand and everything like that, and it was going to be a special place. But I didn't expect this like snorkeling / scuba to be as fun. Although I almost swam into a stingray, which was pretty scary. It was something I've never done before. It's been an amazing experience so far. Day one, I think we smashed it. I think we've done well. Tomorrow we're going to do dolphins, bit of gym, bit of chill, maybe some yoga.
Morning. So nice early one today for the dolphins. About 7:30 in the morning here, which isn't that early, but back home, like on my time zone and back in Spain, I think it's 3 or 4 hours difference. So it's like 4:30, 3:30 in the morning. So a little bit tired, but I'm sure it'll definitely be worth it getting up early to go and see the dolphins. So snorkeling day, 3 different locations. It's like a 3-4 hour trip. And then we go out, so I think we go deeper to get to the dolphins, which should be fun. So sharks and stingrays yesterday, dolphins today. Let's go.
So this has been breakfast spot for the week. Not a bad little view. Don't really normally eat breakfast, but it's hard not to when you're on holiday and that. So just having a little bit, and I get carrot, beetroot, and apple juice. Super hippie-ish and yeah, all good.
This area is called Cocoa House Reef. That island that you see over there is the Cocoa Island, and we will be snorkeling over here. And normally we see hawksbill sea turtles over here, and they'll be mostly just resting and having their breakfast. If they come close, it's alright, but as snorkelers, we will not get so close to them.
Yesterday we did sharks and stingrays. Today was dolphins, turtles, and reef. We had like 3 stops. To be honest, I didn't really think I'd like it because I hate the water, but it blew my mind. It was like seriously good. When we did the dolphins, they were slippery bastards, hard to get hold of, fast. The guide would be like, they're over there, they're over there. I would swim over there. By the time I got there, they would be somewhere else, and I was useless. So at one point, I was just floating. The life jacket keeping me up, just breathing. I put my goggles and I looked under, and they were with me, underneath me, and I got to swim with them. And that was like the only real time I got to swim with them, but there was hundreds of them everywhere. It was an amazing experience. I really didn't expect to be bothered about a sea turtle. And then when we got there and I got to swim right next to it, got to feed it, got to be like this close to it, it was pretty special. Yeah, it was a crazy cool experience. 2024, I'm really dialing in my life and making sure I get everything perfect. And how I wanted to start it, I wanted to start with this glamorous holiday where I could really relax, I could shut off everything, and I could review 2023. I could really think about how my year went, all the things that I did, because my life moves so fast and I don't absorb it. I don't absorb the energy from everything that I'm getting done. And I just go on to the next thing, 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 which is important. But I hit all my goals last year, smashed them, but I don't appreciate them at the point where I hit them. Because when I set a goal, as soon as I get close to it, I move it further on. So once I achieve that goal, it's hard for me to appreciate it and absorb it. You know, so I try and take some time, relax, really look back at the year, what I can improve, and there's so many things I can improve, so many things I can get better at. And I just, you know, that's how I try and level up my life. I really review my life and look back. And like I said before, I look at my life like a fight. Every time I was fighting and I had a fight, if it went good or if it went bad, I watch it back. I look at the mistakes I make. I look at the things I do well. I review everything. I speak to my coaches about it. I speak to my mentors about it. And I work out how to make my life better. I review it. I identify the problems. And then from that, I then find the solutions and I actively work on those solutions. And the biggest thing that I find is all of you know what you are doing wrong. You know what you are not doing, but you don't spend the time on those things. You know the thing, right now, think about it. I bet you know exactly what you need to do in your business, in your relationship, and with your personal health. I bet you know exactly what it is, but you're just too lazy to get it done, and you put it off, you put it off, you put it off. I like to review, think about those things, and put them deep in my mind, so I have to get them done. I make them an obsession to make sure that I improve those things. So for me, that's what this week is about. That's what the Maldives is about. It's not about swimming with sharks and going with dolphins. That's just the highlight reel. What it's about for me is I lay there in the sun, rethink my life, look back at 2023, think about what I can improve, and then I write it all down and I actively try and improve those things. You should be too. So swimming with the dolphins, with the turtles, corals, sharks, all that stuff done. Time to get a workout in, although I'm sweating already because it's so hot on this blooming island, but you have to get a workout in. I thought could pump iron, could lift some weights, but I thought because the view's so nice and beautiful, I might do some shadow boxing, some boxing training, and just, you know, soak in the energy from the atmosphere from this place and just enjoy myself. So I'm gonna head, do a bit of shadow boxing, stretch a bit and relax. Gotta get your training while you're on holiday. Now had a bit of a workout, recharge and relax by the pool. Obviously had lunch. I had this massive lobster burger. It's like the biggest lobster burger I've ever seen in my life. It's pretty nice. Chill, relax today, get some sun, try and come back with a tan. I never get to just chill and do nothing. The whole idea for me now is just enjoy the Maldives for the last few bits. Gonna have a nice dinner tonight to finish us off. Then we're off to the airport. The end of the trip. It's been a good week. Amazing getaway, super relaxing. I just wanted to try and give like my little breakdown and my thoughts. I already spoke about the island and everything else, but the highlights for me personally were swimming with the dolphins. And actually, the thing I didn't mention is like when you're doing it, you can hear the dolphins talking. So you can hear them communicating. We swam with a turtle, but what I didn't mention was it turned out to be a new turtle that they've never seen before. So anyone who swims with it for the first time or gets a picture of it, you get to name the turtle. We named it after my 2 daughters, which is pretty cool, a nice little highlight. I survived the stingrays, which makes me tougher than Steve Irwin, because he got killed by one. So I took on the stingray that Steve Irwin struggled with. As amazing as this island is, it's like everything, it only matters about who you're with, who you come with. You know, the group that you're with, same everywhere, whatever you do. Doesn't matter if you're in the Maldives or if you're at home or if you're in the worst place in the world, depends on who you are with. So if you are interested in coming out here and bringing someone here, make sure it's the right person. You know, I don't think it's worth coming with your mates. I also think if you can afford to come, it's an extremely expensive trip. You have to also be able to afford to do the experiences. Because I said all the highlights for me was the experiences, and they're expensive as well. So to like be a part of that, to come to the Maldives, sit on the beach, smoke shisha and drink, it's not worth it. I kind of wish I had a few more days here to really get the full vibe and the full experience. It's been an incredible time. Again, for me, the only way it is viable or even possible for me to afford and come and do these trips is from all the skill sets that I've learned to make money while I'm not having to work, you know? So it's not like my time is being sacrificed for money. All the skills and the things that I've learned from the real world, content creation and making videos and selling products online and making money while you're not physically there, that's how I afford this trip, that's why I'm on this trip. So if you want to start moving in this direction and you're inspired by this video, inspired by this trip, then the way to start is to start making money online and learning how to use the real world. There'll be a link in my bio. I'm trying to do as many of these vlogs as possible, especially with the studio being burnt down. I want to get as much content to you as possible. And I've had to balance making this vlog and also enjoying my holiday, because this is a holiday. I don't have many holidays, but it's a holiday. No, doesn't work. Never mind, forget it. See you next time, guys.